and even under the same thing where I have to study it and I just understand it, there's level of complexities to it. So just because I've understood something math
Okay.
related before doesn't mean I understand anything math related just because I've done that before.
Okay, so winning, so you don't understand what I'm saying at all. Winning semantically is, again, for the last time, overcoming a challenge. You implying complexities. You're in reference to what's inclusive to the winning. What I mean is that when you overcome a challenge, for example, when in reference to a battle or a fight, yes, what's inclusive to the winning or the idea of winning in of itself is just going to be in reference to the characters that are participating in the fight. For example, a 1v1. You could fight
I
me on
understand
a
that.
four-dimensional level, fifth-dimensional level, but if I'm actualizing winning or the idea of me winning, it's relativistic to anything that you can bring forth that relates to winning. It doesn't matter what's inclusive to the idea. My
Okay,
character is just actualizing the
okay.
generalization of that idea.
I think you're doing hyper specification because you're trying to be like,
What?
I think you're making it hyper specific because you're trying to stray away from any form of ambiguity. And I think in this specific moment, it is ambiguous, right? The statement that you
How is it
presented about his ability. Okay, here, I let you speak. I didn't interrupt you one time. Just-
okay? Go
Okay.
ahead.
I was saying the ability I'm granting you that this character can imagine stuff and whatever he wants to imagine. He like I'm not saying that's what I grant you. What I'm saying I'm granting you is that he has an imagination and within something that he has imagined have become actualized. Now, whether he has understands a concept, yes, he's imagined a concept before. Let's say against Kaido, he's imagined beating Kaido, and it worked because it's something again based off your definition. He was able to access because it gives him greater physical stats, right? Again, in the case of my character, it would have to be him imagining winning against Gojo. With that comes other things that he has to be able to understand and then map it out in his head. Because against Kaido, he understood he needed to be stronger and faster. So he became stronger, he became faster. But
Mhm.
against Gojo, right, he would now have to understand infinity, understand how it works fundamentally, and
No.
then imagine a power level or a way to bypass it. So he has to make a physical alteration that can bypass it. And I'm saying there is nothing in physically due to himself that can bypass infinity.
Oh my God, it's not conditional to whether or not he needs to understand how infinity analytically works. Rather, what's true and what corresponds with reality is what Luffy imagines. That's why I was trying to argue to you what's inclusive to the idea of winning is what's being actualized. It does not matter what extent or level or what's contained within the idea. What's being generalized here is that my character can even actualize that idea. So, for example, I imagine myself winning. This is a fight. Therefore, it's inclusive to the whole fight in of itself, which is the characters. My character would win. So it doesn't even defeat the argument. You're just trying to do this weird shadow boxing weird shape where you think I have to understand what infinity is, but what's being actualized here is me winning.
Okay.
That can be inclusive of the analytical understanding of infinity.
Okay. Do you want to conclude?
Sure, argument for
Okay,
ignorance.
okay. I don't know why that's an argument for ignorance. Why?
Yeah, because you're trying to affirm that knowledge about other specific topics, when it's being generalized here, can't be inclusive to what this character can just imagine.
What are you talking about, nigga? What the fuck?
Oh,
What does
it's
that
not
even
that hard.
mean?
Oh, okay, okay. Don't cut me off, retard. Listen, you
Don't call me
specifically
names.
affirm. Can you stop? You're trying to affirm that okay, he doesn't understand what's implied by X. Like for example, what's inclusive to math. If I understand that math is just using complex algorithms to reach a conclusion, but I don't understand like the wholeness of geometry, I cannot affirm this character understands math. What I'm saying is that what's generalized here is what literally math is, those complex algorithms. What's inclusive to those complex algorithms would be mutually inclusive idea of my character affirming it's going to exist within reality. So I'm blatantly saying that it's just going to be generalized no matter what. You're not defeating that whatsoever.
Okay. I'm glad you think that. I think
One,
I've already addressed it. Is that
so you want
is
to go to
like
you want to go you want to conclude?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So who are we concluding to?
Kitas.
Keita, who do you think won the point?
No, wait, I didn't finish. I didn't do my conclusion. Wait, Keita, don't give your judgment yet.
Does he
I want
need
to like,
conclusions?
I want to conclude because I think my
Sure.
argument's way more coherent. Okay,
Okay.
Keita, are you listening?
I'm not gonna give judgment right now. I'm probably gonna look over the recording first. But
Okay,
Okay.
Can you give like immediate like you just have to be finalized, but could you
Okay, if
give
that's
some
the
form
case,
of
can
immediate
I
judgment?
conclude first? Can I just conclude
Yeah,
first? That's
go
weird.
ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay. So Ketis, his whole point is that if my character doesn't understand what's implied by X, he doesn't fully understand how to be Gojo. I'm saying that what's implied within the if P and Q is that if my character imagines it, it becomes within reality. So I'm just affirming that what's inclusive to what's already implied within the imagination doesn't like distinguish the fact that he's still actualizing them mutually. So I'm saying that the whole idea of there being different complexities that's inclusive to what X is doesn't distinguish the fact my character can just generalize what X is and just imagine it blatantly. So my whole point is that if it's winning, then my character overcomes the challenge, then my character wins. He's trying to say some like lack of knowledge shit, but it's just an argument from ignorance. It doesn't affirm he still
So
can't just as
are you
X.
saying that Luffy doesn't like necessarily have to understand like uh what is implied by him winning? So he just needs to imagine what winning is in this situation, but he doesn't need to understand how he wins.
Like the different complexities within it, right? But winning innately is just overcoming a challenge. He's within the challenge, therefore he overcomes it. All Tanwin is saying is that like what's a part of like X, which is winning, is my character doesn't understand it, but my character can generalize what that is, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay.
Kish, you're listening, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you remember how like he mentions in his thing that Luffy doesn't have to understand the parameters of what the winning or like how he would win as long as he understands the concept.
Yeah,
Rem-
I think.
Okay. Yeah. So my whole thing is because earlier I asked him to elaborate on what he means by imagination, and he goes, "It's something Luffy can reach and something he can access, right? Something he understands and he accesses, right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna access something, like imagine it, if we imagine things, we take like things that we know of and then tie them together, and then we imagine like something, right? I agree with
Um
his statement. I agree with his
yeah,
statement. I was
so
yeah.
wait, repeat that thing. You're saying that he has to know the things that make up
Yeah, I'm
the
saying
thing.
like in order to, for example, I'll give you an example. I didn't use this example in the debates. If you don't want to like encompass it, you don't have to. But I said this point, but I just didn't give an example. But if you want a further explanation of what I mean, I can give you an
Yeah,
example.
sure.
Do you want one? Okay. So for example, let's say I'm dreaming I'm having sex with an Asian chick, right?
Okay.
Okay, right? I have to understand how sex works. I have to understand I have to put my dick in her pussy, right? So
Hmm.
like I have to understand the fundamentals of what sex is, and I have to imagine an Asian chick. I'm not going to imagine like a blank face. I'm going to imagine an Asian chick because I specify in my head it's an Asian chick, and then I'm fucking her. Okay. The reason I mentioned this is because in order to imagine something, you have to understand the pyramidal the function of that thing. Then you can form an imagination. Because I agree with the statement, things he can imagine, right? He can be stronger with. He can win if it's something that's within his imagination. He imagine whatever he imagined becomes reality. And in this context, he's imagining like against Kaido, right? In the series, you know what happens in Kaido? He imagines
Uh,
that Kaido's
yeah.
strong. He just needs to become stronger. So he becomes stronger. That's easy to imagine. Oh, he's this speed.
Wait,
He's this fast.
wait. Pause on that. Pause on that. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not. I didn't watch the. I watched the fight, but I don't know what you like. I don't know what you're necessarily implying by that. I don't
Okay.
know if
Okay.
it's
Okay.
just
Okay.
imagining how
The
strong.
yeah, I got you. Let me point out the statement. Is it kid? Did you send it in VC scans?
Sure. Bro, Ketis,
Okay.
his
Wait. Wait.
whole
Wait. 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 Wait.
argument.
Wait. Wait. Kikitas, Kikitas, don't interrupt my
Hmm.
conclusion, please. I'll let you have a moment. Okay. So against Kaido, if you look at the second scan at the bottom of it, he says awakening brings his rubbery body greater strength, a greater physical strength and freedom. It is sad that on the whatnot. So he understands that when he's going up against his character, who he's been fighting with, he
Yeah.
understands that to overcome him, he needs to just become a little stronger. He has an understanding of Kaido's strength. He has an understanding of his limitations, and he understands he has to just overcome it. So this is within what he can understand fundamentally. He doesn't have that against Gojo. He doesn't have that fundamental understanding of infinity. So
But
my whole thing is, in all of
I,
these cases, like, we go on.
so I don't watch One Piece a lot, but I understand the ability. It's like he has to imagine something and it turns into reality, right?
Mhm.
Why is infinity a factor here? Like, can't he just imagine Gojo's death? Like, wouldn't that count
Exactly.
as a win?
Yeah, yeah, but that's
Or
what I'm
just
saying though.
winning.
That's what I'm saying though. In order to imagine, he has to play it out in his head. But in order to do that, he has to first understand how he gets past infinity. If he doesn't know how to get past infinity, he's
I
not
have a
going to be able to
question.
imagine a scenario
Your Tarwin
where he
can't
can go past it.
Tarwin, can't you just like imagine just like walking through it like magically or something? I'm gonna try to
bro,
yeah,
like
but
interrupt the debate, but I'm
bro,
that's
just
what I'm
bro.
saying. I'm
curious.
saying it's a,
Wait, can I talk to the judge real
Wait,
quick,
wait.
bro? We
Pause.
can just start.
Okay, yes, yeah, sure. Talk.
Okay, listen, the argument is just so simple. Think of it like this, right? If I
Yeah.
have the ability to actualize winning, again, think about the parts that are a part of winning, like the contestants, the people who are a part of it. What's being
Yeah.
actualized here is the fundamental nature of me just overcoming the challenge. So it doesn't matter what's a part of that challenge, like the characters, the abilities, the properties, the parts. He's saying my character needs that, but I gave him like a inference. I said that if my character imagines it, it becomes true. It doesn't matter what's a part of it. My character doesn't need to understand what affinity is to win. He never defeated that. He just kept
okay.
shadow doing this
Okay,
weird shit.
and I'm saying I'm contextualizing this in the case of the Kaido fight and explaining how this technique works. What you're proposing is okay. It, I think this is how the ability works, right? This is how
Can
you
I
think it
just say something?
works.
I don't think you guys should have
It-
concluded so fast. I think there's like stuff to be
We can
talked.
continue if you want. Here.
I think you guys would be have a better, not a better conversation, just like I'd have better judgment if you guys like talked
okay,
it out
bet. All
more.
right, bet. I got you. I got you. So what do you have comms with against Tanwin?
My whole thing is I think you're saying, okay, this is how it could work because this is how I understand it. That's what you're saying. What I'm saying is here's a fight within which the like he uses his ability and this is how it turns out. I just have one real question mainly. What do you like how do you think he imagines these things?
Okay, so listen. This relates to my first point I made about accessibility. If my character can understand the basics of winning, which is overcoming a challenge, then it's fundamentally true that if my character just like imagines overcoming a challenge, that's just synonymous with any other derivative you can make that references winning. That's the whole point. So what I mean by a derivative is that a different form of winning. All my character is doing is just actualizing winning generally. What's inclusive to that, because you keep talking about what's inclusive to the fight, doesn't defeat my interpretation. So my character could just win and doesn't need to understand what affinity is. That's
So
not a
again,
necessity. That's not a necessary
okay.
property.
And again, I'm going to tell you, I understand that that's what you think, right? You think that your character's ability just works like that, right? I'm giving you a contextual piece of justification, a denotative piece of justification, and then I'm making an overarching argument which encompasses multiple forms of proof. Whereas you're saying, this is what my character does, this is ability, this is how I understand ability. What
Oh,
justification do you have that this is how he works, where he just actualizes a concept and regardless of the parameters which he has no understanding of, he's able to overcome this hurdle that's in front of him?
oh my God! That still presupposes that the other properties are necessary for my character to reach this conclusion. What's inclusive to what he's imagining is just the winning property or the part I already established so many fucking times. Winning again for the last time, 10 win is overcoming a challenge. That's not fundamentally different than any other derivative you can bring forth, which is okay. He can win when he's fighting a big ass nigga. He can win when he's fighting a small ass nigga. He can win when he's fighting a stink ass nigga. You're still winning. What's being actualized
Okay,
is my character overcoming a challenge. It's not that hard.
okay,
And
and again,
wait, Tan win. Stop you, man. Another point too. You said something about the contextualization. Okay, yeah, sure. It's true that Luffy imagined winning, and then what's inclusive to the like to the winning property is just the Kaido versus Luffy scene or fight. You're still having two characters participate in a duel, but what's being actualized here is Luffy beating Kaido and winning that duel. So again, this ability can still govern those other properties. Again, you're just making an argument from ignorance.
okay, I'm not going to argue for ignorance. I'm using justification, and I've told you the justification I'm utilizing. And again, for the first thing, the problem with you getting frustrated by like Assalamualaikum. But like again and again saying the same things, which is that, oh, this is how it works, this is how it works, this is how it works. And again, I'm telling you for the last time, you're just saying the same thing. You're not really elaborating on what I mean or answering my question.
Bro,
My problem with the second part, my problem with the second part of what you're saying is that Luffy in the Kaido fight, he doesn't just actualize the idea of winning and just magically Kaido to explode in front of him. He understands, or what's provided to him is the exact thing that's necessary for him to overcome this challenge. And again, you haven't,
why?
you still have, okay, wait, you
Why?
haven't, let me finish. I haven't let me finish. And I'm saying, in order to imagine things, again, I give the Asian chick analogy. You
Mhm.
have to encompass things that make sense to you and then play it out in a manner that makes logical sense. So again, that's
Okay.
what I'm asking you.
Oh my God, you're presupposing it's a necessity. What is true in this case is that if he imagines it, it becomes reality. Taylor, for the last time, the examples you keep giving are just in reference to things that are inclusive to the winning property that I already laid out to you. If
Okay,
they're not fundamentally, can you shut up? If they're not fundamentally different, then it's not change the fact from okay, winning on a 40 level, winning on a 50 level, winning on a 60 level, because they're all innately the same. They're all being actualized via just being winning in the first place. You're not defeating the argument. And then you
okay,
keep bringing up these Kaido instances. You keep presupposing it's a necessity for him to understand the other entailments of winning. What's being
okay,
articulated here is that he just wins. We can go to conclusions.
okay, okay. I'm not done, and then that's why I'm saying the denotation of this word. Again, we can look up the definition right now. The definition of imagination always is the part of your mind that imagines something based off resources, right? We can look at the definition right now. The ability of the mind to be creative or resourceful, these are things derived from your mind, and these are things that you have to understand in order to turn these into concepts that make sense, right?
So can
So
you
what
not
I'm
understand winning? Can you not understand winning, which is overcoming a challenge?
yeah, you can understand what winning is, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're not looking. Wait. But in order to win against Gojo, right? If he imagines winning, he could just be like, "Oh, I imagined winning against some nigga I beat like 50 years ago. Oh yeah, I just imagined winning. What does it do? Nothing. In
Bro,
this moment, he has to win against Gojo. He's won before. He has to
bro,
win
and
against
when
Gojo.
what are you
Hold
talking
on,
about? This
hold
is
on.
this
You're
is
not letting me
garbage.
finish. You're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish.
You can finish, bro.
The concept of winning in this case is vague. And what I'm saying is he has to win against Gojo in this specific situation. That's why I'm saying in order to win against Gojo, he has to use thoughts and ideas in his head that make sense for him to be able to go past
That's what's in question.
infinity.
That's what's in
That's
question.
not what's in
If oh my
question.
god, yes it is. Tam, when can I speak, bro? What
Go
my
ahead.
character analytically understands is what winning is again for the last fucking time. You keep presupposing and going on these false pretenses that okay, yeah, sure, he has to use these other necessary properties. I already drew a correlation. If my character understands the basis of winning, which is overcoming a challenge, then he can beat Gojo. You keep presupposing what's inclusive to the winning. My character has to understand what's being encompassed here is again the fundamental point I kept making to you so many times you just can't comprehend it through your shitty ass head. Again, if they're not fundamentally different, those other instances are just going to be equalated to the same effect that's being produced here, which is just my character
Ecolated.
and they winning. You're being stupid. So we can go
Okay.
to conclusion.
We can go to conclusions. You just haven't added
Did
anything
not,
to the argument.
you just like did not defeat the point, bro.
Okay. To conclude, go ahead.
So I okay. So Peter, you heard all that?
Yeah.
Can I
I
All right.
conclude then if you don't want to conclude?
So listen, my literally my whole argument is that if they're not fundamentally different, then those other instances Tanwin keep bringing up does not defeat the point my character can still actualize himself winning. Tanwin kept making random arguments like, okay, yeah, sure, Kaido needs to he understood the Luffy fighter. How does he imagine winning? That can mean anything because it's vague. I'm saying that within the scan I sent to him, winning by definition is just overcoming a challenge. If my character processes that within his mind and it's true that whatever he imagines becomes within reality, then it's going to be true that if he just imagines himself winning, it'll become a part of reality. All Taylor is trying to do is apply parameters via the lack of knowledge. I said that it's not necessarily like untrue or just false that this character still can't just make these affirmations and these affirmations become true and a part of reality. And then what's inclusive to it is just not understood. Like the infinity shit. I haven't pointed out to them that the infinity shit goes isn't a necessity for this ability to become true or partake within reality. He's never defeated that. So we can go. So he can give his conclusions.
Okay, cool. So, you're listening, right, Genius?
yeah.
Black
Okay,
men's working.
okay, cool. Anyway, so my whole like you understand that I asked him a question and then he gave his position and he elaborated on why his position is true. He was explained his definition of what winning would be. I mean, imagination would be in this case, which is he just imagines like an idea, and that idea is actualized. That's his interpretation of Luffy's ability, right? And he says
Mm.
that whatever I said which is that, oh, these are the perimeters of it. He just says, oh, this is encompassed within him winning. But my entire position is, in order, because I'm tackling the fundamental idea of what imagination is, right? I said, if for to imagine things, you have to inherently have knowledge of these things. I give an analogy that he doesn't address. I say, you take parts of what you know and you put them together, and then you overcome that thing. He says, oh, he can just imagine winning. And I'm saying, yeah, he can imagine winning. But then what happens? Like, who is he winning against? He has to imagine winning against Gojo. In order to do that, again, by my analogy, he has to understand the fundamentals of how to overcome Gojo in order to then beat him. That's why with the Kaido example, he keeps saying all of this is encompassing within his argument. It's not, because I'm drawing a contextual piece of evidence into my argument, and my argument conflicts with his argument. His argument is winning in this case, like he can just like by his definition, whatever you imagine just happens, right? My understanding is whatever he can imagine within certain perimeters can happen. So these are conflicting definitions. These aren't the same definition. He keeps saying, oh, it's encompassed or whatever. These are different definitions. At best, we have equal interpretations for him on his end. But I think mine just a justification because I'm using points of the series, points of the dictionary, which again he doesn't address, of me saying that you need to use things that you know. And then he's just saying, oh, I think this, like, this is how it works, this is how it works, this is that. He's not providing me any source or any sort of citation or anything that further reinforces that argument besides what he himself is telling me. So
No, I sent you these.
hold on. Okay, let him
Wait.
finish.
So you're arguing that at most, it's a tie. Like you guys both have equal interpretation on his ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get more likely of mine's being true, bro.
Wait, okay, just give us a judgment, and then we can talk about it.
Wait, okay, I have a question. So why do you think that winning has to entail like going through infinity, or is that like not the
Me?
argument? Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Taylor?
Yeah, no, Taewon, yeah.
Oh.
What was your question?
Like, so why like, so he's saying he can just imagine him winning, right? And I was just wondering, why do you think that entails him having to go through infinity in some
Yeah,
sort of
because he would have
like,
to imagine winning against Gojo, right? And Gojo has passive infinity around him. It's not something he activates; he passively has infinity. So in order to beat Gojo, he has to go through infinity because it's always going to be there. And again, if you wait, if you're going to say that's what, again, I was just, you read my mind. I was like, if you're going to say that's what's in question, I was just going to say Gojo has these abilities, and in order to beat Gojo, he has to understand who Gojo. This ties into my analogy, where I'm saying,
Gorilla nigger
okay,
cheeks.
and that's what I'm saying, I have evidence behind. I'm supporting my position on that question.
You understand this doesn't defeat my argument, right? He's just repeating himself over.
I'm repeating myself. I'm repeating myself because I'm drawing it back to my argument, so it's not just
bro. The correspondence you gave, I debunked. What the hell?
Okay, what's your okay? And then he can decide whether that was a debunk.
Wait, bro, can I talk to him real quick? Ketis, you want to know my exact response to that whole little analogy he was giving? He needs to understand what Gojo does. Because this dude is just repeating himself so many times. You said what?
I said sure, go.
I bet. So again, for the last time, Tanwin, what is a part of X does not matter from the fact that X and everything that's a part of X is being generalized.
And I'm repeating myself.
You wait. Can you shut
repeating
up?
myself.
Oh my God!
I'm repeating myself.
Mute him. Mute him. Mute him.
Yeah, okay.
Shut up.
Wait.
I'm repeating myself.
Mute him.
Stop.
Mute him. What's wrong with you? So listen, Taylor, for the last time, bro. Your argument keeps presupposing my character has to understand what Gojo's properties are, and he can't just understand what winning is and just overcome the challenge, which is the battle or fight. Again, what's being generalized here would include Gojo in his abilities. He doesn't have to understand what his abilities are for him to just win the fight. That's retarded. That's like me saying I can get into a random ass brawl, beat someone ass, and just because I didn't know their abilities, I couldn't beat them. You can just affirm that he's winning. He doesn't have to necessarily imagine what infinity is. Because all he's gonna do is just win the fight. And it's gonna wait, can you shut up? Because all it's gonna do is just imagine winning the fight. It's gonna include Gojo no matter what. What are you talking about?
That's not.
I think he's saying that infinity is a part of Gojo, is he not? So
yeah. Affinity is like a property of Gojo. My character can actualize winning. The winning in this case would include both participants, but since my character is the one utilizing it, he would win. Since it includes Gojo, it's gonna include ability. The fuck? It's not that hard. So he'll win against the ability and he'll win against Gojo. Gojo's a part of the fight. My character actualized winning in fights, therefore he beats Gojo. That's the
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
Let me unmute.
You
That's
can't
such a
you can't
crazy
prove
argument. Like,
Gojo means
bro,
nobody
you
can
understand he just repeated himself, right?
So
Yeah,
Ketis, what do you think won?
Yeah,
Wait,
where
hold on.
where did he
Okay,
where
so
did he where did he ever prove that knowing about Gojo means nobody Infinity? Where's that ever proven?
Literally, it's fine though. It's fine though. Ketos, you have
There
judgment,
was
bro.
losing
Where?
to a random. Oh
Ketos, you have judgment,
shit.
bro.
Wait, Ghetto G, you
She
said what?
said she loved the
Tanwin is directly
I said
island.
you
arguing.
Turn
never
around
directly
and
quoted
see
it.
you
I said you
shining,
never
girl.
directly
Oh
You
my
proved
know
that
I
God,
knowing
Jay,
about
need
you
you
are
Gojo
by
means
so
nobody
my
can.
bad. Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's fine,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I
fine, it's
did.
fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Bro,
Ketos, Ketos,
yo,
Ketos,
go
listen
on
to
mute,
me.
go on mute, go
yeah.
on mute. Let me try to explain to Ghetto Jin because he doesn't understand shit, bro.
Yo,
Listen,
Nigga, I
Tanwin is
understand
trying to
perfectly.
wait.
I
Wait,
Shut
understand
wait, let
up.
him.
perfectly. Like, this is
Shut
fine.
Tywan,
up,
It's
bro.
fine.
I'm trying to explain to you the argument, retard. You
I
obviously
understand
want to
your
hear the whole
argument. Like,
time.
you don't need to
So
prove. You don't need to
listen,
ask me. Your
Ghetto
argument.
Jin, you can't track for shit, bro. Be quiet.
Can you give
Get it, Jim.
fucking
Why not?
judgment
Why not just
already?
to
I've
prove
been waiting for like
Just
10
explain the
minutes.
argument to him, like just in
Like,
case.
you have a
Ketos,
I'm
you're the
not
judge,
saying
judge,
that you
man.
judge.
should, but I'm saying,
Yeah,
just to
bro.
them understand.
No, 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 no. The judge can judge. Good.
I already know the
Judgment time.
argument. It's so ass. Like him trying
Jin,
to say I
nigga,
can
don't
beat
make me
Gojo.
mute you two. Don't make me mute you two, Jin. I want to hear the
Bro, you
judgment.
can't mute me anyway. I'm about to walk my dog.
Oh,
I don't care about this part.
don't piss me off. Kiddos, can you judge?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go with they have equal interpretation on Luffy's ability.
Okay, so I'd win. Yep.
What's it called? Taiwan said that Gojo's. Wait, are you arguing that Infinity is integral to Gojo, and so when he imagines winning against Gojo, he's
Yeah,
imagining.
it's literally always around him passively. Yeah.
So and then he's arguing that Luffy can just imagine winning in a general sense.
Yeah, he's arguing he can just imagine winning. I'm asking about like what it's like to imagine he has to understand, and I've explained why denotatively, and I explained why from context within the series. So I don't know why he just keeps giving his word
You
against
are so
external
fucking
sources.
stupid. If his argument is that my character needs to listen, if he's arguing that infinity is something my character has to necessarily bypass in order to win, that doesn't even, bro. How does that follow? How does my character
Bro, it's
have
fine,
to
it's fine, it's
bypass
fine, it's
infinity?
fine, it's fine. The
That's
debate's over,
retarded.
There is
Oh, I mean, you have a point there, but you didn't exactly bring that up in that argument.
I literally did. What the hell?
He low-key did. He low-key
I
did.
literally
Oh, you did
did.
that. Infinity is.
Yeah, he kind of did. He low-key did.
And then,
I
The
did.
entire
if
point
you're
is
arguing that
guys, don't
Infinity is
piss me off.
stupid, if you're
Can
arguing
I
that
explain
winning
what I
That's the
said?
entire point,
pause,
nigga.
pause. If you're arguing that winning against Gojo, doesn't necessarily mean he has to go through Infinity, then yeah, I guess I would give judgment.
That was
to
his
Karen.
No,
entire
no, no,
point, my nigga.
no.
That's
That's a
my
different
argument. That's my
interpretation. He
argument.
didn't argue that it was better. No, no,
He
no.
can't presuppose
No, no,
that. That's
no.
literally the
No, no,
argument.
no. That's
He
a
can't
I don't
different
know
pre,
if
bro.
I don't know if
interpretation. No, no, no.
Infinity, this
went
nigga,
over
bro,
that.
he was getting slapped up by me. He kept presupposing he has to necessarily imagine infinity. I called that out. He kept begging the question. He lost. What the fuck? Like, what are you talking about?
Wait, ghetto Jin, ghetto Jin.
If Infinity is activated in every possible scenario because it's passive, and Luffy
What?
does not know what Infinity is or how to get past it, that means in every scenario he just
Hey,
loses no
who
matter
is
what.
talking?
Literally.
Wait,
Who this
Gato,
nigga
Gato,
talking
Gato.
about?
He does
Wait,
do it.
who's
Okay, I'm
bro?
not,
Is nigga?
from
Is
the way
ghetto
they
Jin
were
the other
explaining.
nigga?
Wait, pause. From the way they were explaining Ghetto's ability. Dude, they said he was what's it called? He said that in the argument S tier. Anyways,
Yeah, I
Ghetto.
know, but that doesn't put it above Tarwin's. That
It
does
doesn't.
not give
It
him the
really
win.
doesn't.
Nigga, you not the judge.
What's it called? No.
Just two
Weren't they?
separate
Wait.
interpretations. That's not a win.
They said that what's it called? Luffy imagining winning doesn't necessarily have to go through Infinity, and they were the whole time.
Yeah, and
No,
then
no, no.
Tarwin argued that it does.
The
So
argument. The
he says
argument.
X,
So,
Tarwin
I
says not
attacked
X.
that. Are you slow?
You have to
no,
justify why
listen.
it's better, and he doesn't. He doesn't win.
Listen, Ketus.
I attacked that. Are you slow?
Ketus,
because
Ketus.
Tanwin
If you're all this,
They're like,
the argument is so simple.
people
no,
talk
no,
one at a time,
Tanwin
please.
directly
How would
depicted
this
the ability in a certain way. He said that Luffy would need to specifically
Wait,
imagine
careless,
himself
careless.
having the
He would need.
prerequisites
These
to
niggas are
beat him,
dumb.
and then
Wait,
he
Nah,
careless,
explain
careless.
them.
Let
Wait,
Jay
no,
talk, let Jay talk, let Jay
that
talk,
correlates
let Jay
with
talk.
the fundamental
Infinity.
difference point. Are you niggas slow? You can't type.
Careless, bitch. Careless, bitch.
What?
Yeah, never
Dre,
mind,
can you
nigga. That was
talk?
disrespectful.
Nigga, my fault. What happened?
Careless is fighting a 20v1. Wait, nigga, I just got here. Are you saying that? Okay, look, is the argument that he needs to bypass Infinity to win? However, you're saying that your character just imagines winning, so inherently he would have to bypass Infinity?
Which is not true.
Yeah,
Which
sure.
Is not
It can.
true, by
It's
the
just
way.
gonna be included within the winning part.
Which is just
And
not
it's not
true.
Okay, and
fundamental.
then Ghetto Jin, are you saying that Careless lost or won?
he lost this because that's not true. That's not have to follow. Does not have to
What?
follow.
Oh,
Infinity,
Nigga,
did
are
you
you
hear my argument?
nigga?
Infinity, did
Are
you
you
hear my argument?
stupid? Are you stupid? Wow,
No,
Infinity,
bro.
no.
Infinity.
No, but
We can take this
Infinity,
to real life,
Tanwin
bro.
also
We
said
can
he
take
Infinity,
this to
was
move
real
down a
life.
second.
You
Yo,
what,
nigga, can I hear one
bro.
person?
It's like a
Damn.
20v1. What the hell?
bro,
Yeah,
Yo,
bro?
move
hey,
down a
bro,
Infinity,
you
second.
can't
Infinity,
jump right
Infinity,
now.
Infinity,
No,
Infinity. I'm
no.
talking to you like real life bullshit, no debate, niggas. You think that I could beat him in a game that you know nothing about? It does not
Wait, my
prove
nigga, wait,
that
look,
just
look,
because you
look,
said
look,
that
look,
means
look,
that
look, look,
everything's
look.
for
If
fact.
Arguments
all
No,
the
made.
bro, you're
ability,
retarded.
wait,
Don't do that.
wait, chill. If all the ability is based upon is your imagination, you're able to imagine winning, and then your imagination is said to come true, then it does not matter what you
Right,
have.
right, right. Well,
Once
guess
you
what?
bypass
Infinity,
it.
Infinity,
Hold
Infinity.
on,
That's why. That's
chill.
Infinity. Hold on,
Listen,
listen.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
finish.
Infinity.
Let
That's
me
why you
finish.
take a
Let me
court.
finish. Calm
That's
down.
why
It's
you
okay.
taking to a court.
It's
That's why you taking
okay,
court
but
to
okay,
court.
calm down.
That's
It's okay.
exactly
Calm
why you
down.
taking court.
It's okay.
Sandy,
So
bro,
to
okay,
imagine
why are you so
winning,
mad?
you
Infinity.
have to bypass a trigger. Within this situation, the trigger is infinity. So for you to imagine winning, all you have to do is bypass the trigger, in which the trigger will already be bypassed due to you imagining winning. Simple. What's the
Wait,
difference?
quick question. Is it already established that he could like bring his imagination to reality?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
nigga.
they brought a scan and they kind of like agreed on it. I don't. They
That
didn't really
Wait,
argue
doesn't.
about it.
wait. How the fuck did he look? How is he
That's what
losing?
I'm
Wait, that's
saying.
the wait, low
Exactly.
key.
Like what?
Low key. Low key, I'm agreed because this is how I view it. If you guys agreed that this nigga could just imagine himself winning and he's warps reality to make it so that the shit comes into life, how the fuck is he losing? I'm
But let me
Just
explain.
fucking.
Just
Exactly.
for
wait.
Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think you
Exactly.
don't
Wait,
get
He
that.
got
Justin.
slammed.
Hey, yo,
Have two different
chill,
interpretations
chill,
of the
Justin.
ability.
Someone
You
in
guys
chat.
calm down.
Hold on.
We
Yo,
trying to
can y'all
save
chill?
Tom's
Someone in
reputation.
hey Jester, someone in chat is saying because Tom argued that you need to understand the ability to bypass it. Although I disagree with that. If they already established the fact that all he has to do is imagine winning and his imagination comes to reality, it doesn't matter if he understands what the trigger is for the character's defense, as long as his imagination is established to come into reality
No.
in the first place.
yeah, see, that's the problem. That's the
Exactly.
problem. That's
And
the
he
that's the problem.
granted that. He
Power's
granted his
No.
directly
fucking
attacking.
argument.
Was not agreed to. Oh yeah,
Power's
yeah.
directly attacking what it is that enough for imagination to even be valid at all.
Jen,
So
you're
Yo, what the
retarded.
fuck is this? Does anybody know
I
what the fuck
literally
this nigga
pointed that shit
said?
out, you
What did he just
moron.
say?
Just
What
That's
stop
did
why
he
you
just
got
say?
arguing,
beat
Did
up
Tom.
by me a
anybody just
couple days
understand what
ago
this dude
because you're
just said?
you
trash.
lost by
Listen,
judgment.
what's
Wait,
You lost
chill,
by
inclusive?
chill,
judgment.
chill,
It's
chill.
gonna
Wait,
be
time out.
Look,
generalized
look,
to
Let me
look,
touch
you.
look.
it. Let me touch it.
I don't
Let me
Listen,
touch
You
it.
look
lost.
at
No.
y'all.
You
Hold
lost
on.
judgment. You lost judgment twice. You
Shut
lost
up,
Hold
shut
on.
up.
judgment
Hold
Can
on.
I
twice.
just
You're
say you
trash.
guys are
Lost
chasing
judgment.
ghost track because you
Everybody
never
shut up.
argued
Look.
directly
Y'all
for
agree
that?
on the conclusion. The conclusion is already granted. The conclusion is that he can imagine anything he wants.
Hold up.
It doesn't matter how he what.
Okay,
That's the
wait.
whole fun of bro. These niggas
Wait,
are
wait, wait,
so
wait, wait,
fucking
wait,
cold.
wait,
Yo,
Jin, wait,
Wait,
why
chill.
are
hold
we
Why
on.
y'all
muting?
yelling,
Why are
bro?
we muting? Wait, Jin.
Nigga,
Let me
I'm
talk
trying
to
to
Jin.
mute both of them because they keep yelling, my
Yeah.
nigga.
We can talk. We
Someone
can talk.
answer real
Like
quick.
Jin. Let me give you my look on this. Honestly, bro, I understand your side of it. I understand how you get caught up in that. I just don't. I agree with the opposite, and you know this is crazy because me agreeing with Infinity is fucking crazy. That shit never happens.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's
But
crazy,
like unironically, bro. Like if this nigga agreed that like this guy could just reality warp like that, bro. You know the shit we used to argue back in the day. That shit is cooked. This guy's cooked. I don't know what to say.
So,
Like he's cooked.
I just have a question. Can someone answer
All
in
right,
the comments?
okay, wait, Tom. Look. If you agree on the conclusion, then how does the antecedent matter?
Okay, what I agreed on is that he can imagine himself to get stronger in ways that he understands. When I explained to him what imagination is, I give him an analogy. I give an analogy which he doesn't address adequately. He doesn't address it all. He just lets it be. And the part of the analogy, the entire point of the analogy was he understands. Like in the analogy, I say to imagine something, you attach fundamentals of things you understand, tie them all together, play it out, and then that's your imagination, and that's what happens, right?
Nigga, what
He
the
doesn't
fuck?
attack
Wait,
my
what did you say,
understanding of
careless?
imagination. And
Listen,
I
listen,
wait,
chat, bro.
here,
Literally, what
stop.
I'm
Now let
saying.
me finish. Let
Let
me speak.
the
I can
nigga
finish.
finish his
Let
fucking
me
Yo,
sentence.
shut
What's
the
wrong with
fuck
you?
up, Loonies. But go
Anyway,
ahead,
Tom
Tom.
and carry on.
okay, yeah. And then I was saying that
Nigga said
in
carry
order
on.
to support this, I said in order to
Randy got
support
on
this,
dick.
I have a definition from Google, and I use that as a source. I said the definition says you use part of your mind to form a new situation, and I explain this as you use things you already know and tie them together and turn them into a situation based off your knowledge, right? So then he doesn't attack that definition either. And I said in the Kaido fight, what he does is Luffy, he's able to fight Kaido, so he has a full understanding of Kaido's power. He's been fighting Kaido. He just imagines himself getting stronger, and the statement verbatim he just physically improves, and then he just wins the fight. So he's not
Okay,
he's
careless.
imagining how he matches up against his character, and then how to beat this character. Like he keeps misrepresenting my argument.
Yo, so Infinity, listen. When I said to that, is
I
that
careless. What did you say in response to that?
Bro, get the fuck out my left ear, bitch.
Shut up. Damn.
Infinity, get the fuck out my
My
left ear,
whole
bitch.
response, bro, I will pimp slack you with a piece of bologna, you fat bitch.
Yo, chill. Okay, look,
What?
everybody, look, chill. We was all selling during the other guy's turn.
Listen. My whole counter or response to that was that what's exclusive to the examples he keeps talking about. He's telling that I have to understand the other characters to actualize winning, but my character innately understands the winning. And he
Circular.
grants my character to actualize whatever he imagines, then it doesn't matter what's inclusive.
Yeah, okay,
He's just gonna generalize
look. Just let's go step by step. He said imagination based upon an understanding of whatever we're talking about. So you can only imagine things that you're able to understand. You can't understand infinity, therefore you're not going to be able to understand.
Yes, but it
So what was your
presupposes
contention? Hold on. What
for
was your contention? What was your contention towards imagination being based upon solely understanding?
my contention is that it's not fundamentally different. The effect is still gonna be the same. So him
Oh wait,
actualizing
Ghost, is my mic loud?
yeah, you
Yeah,
might
Your mic loud. Your
fucking
mic
loud.
loud.
Why is he in my
Yeah, my
left?
fault. My fault. What
bro.
were you saying, Careless? What was your
So
contention?
listen. So I'm saying that the consequence of it is still gonna be the same. You're still saying that X is gonna become reality. And I said it's not fundamentally different. So those other instances he's bringing up doesn't distinguish the fact he's still actualizing winning. So then he's
Yeah,
trying to
do
say
we
that,
not
oh,
see how this is circular?
Okay, wait. Look. Yeah, chill. Y'all gotta chill. Like, Tom got to speak with no interjections. But Careless, nigga,
Then
we're not talking about the conclusion currently. We're talking about how he does the conclusion. So it's based upon an understanding. Did you contend that? Did you disagree with that?
yeah, I said that winning is the same. He's just gonna overcome winning. It's just what's included.
You tell that circular doesn't prove point?
Shut up. I'm just saying that the context, like, for example, I fight a big nigga, a stank nigga, a short nigga. That's gonna be inclusive to what's being generalized here, which is just
Now
innately winning.
I understand your point. Yeah, you're saying you understand the concept of winning, therefore you're able to imagine winning still. It doesn't matter what the antecedent is, which is the effect or whatever causes the defense for you to not win. You're just saying the consequence is still going to be met, which is that you're winning, correct?
Yes, and then he keeps presupposing that affinity is a necessity. When I counter it out, it's not. He keeps saying the
Yeah,
same
I mean,
shit.
I think I hold the same opinion. You understand the concept of winning. You don't need to understand the specific abilities because that isn't what you're imagining. Counter to the
This
abilities,
nigga
what you're
still
doing is
muted?
imagining winning itself. I would agree with Tomwin if they both granted the fact that imagination was based upon understanding. Then directly after, he said that he's winning by specifically countering the ability because for him to do so, he would have to imagine and understand the ability. But what Careless is saying is that you understand the concept of winning itself, in which now that he has an understanding, it would now infer the fact that he can
Yeah, but the
win.
infinity.
Obviously.
My whole thing is infinity.
That
My whole thing with
doesn't.
that is
No, no,
wait.
no.
So
My
am
whole
I
thing
speaking
with
to the
that
British
is
guy or the Indian guy?
me. Hold
Nigga,
on,
you're
listen,
speaking to yourself. I don't give a fuck. That
What
shit's
is
wrong
black
though.
nigga?
Man,
Yo,
fuck
hey,
Okay,
what's up? Hey,
infinity.
what's up, my nigga
Stop
Shinju? Go
skin
ahead,
off my
Tom.
fucking
What's
screen,
on, boy?
please.
What's up?
All right, go ahead, Tom.
Okay, yeah. Infinity. What I was basically saying was that's fine. Like, obviously, like, I understand that's his point. But what I'm saying is, in order to imagine this thing, like, he has to imagine winning, I guess. Like, that's the ultimate thing. He has to imagine winning. What I'm saying is, in order to imagine I'm saying he can't imagine winning in this case, because in order to imagine something, you have to have the specifics by which you would do said thing. And that's why I'm saying I have sources from the story, and I have sources as to how imagination works from external
And he just
sources.
said, "No,
Yeah, that exactly. He just went circular. That's what I'm saying. He
no,
kept just denying
brother.
it.
Okay,
Keep
look.
saying
If he says, hold on, if he says X, Y, and Z is the case, and then in response you say, no, X, Y, and B is the case. If he says no, that isn't the case, and then you just conclude he obviously wins. What the fuck?
That's fucking retarded.
that's not
What?
Wait, that's
true. What
fine.
the
You're
fuck?
also retarded.
Wait,
Wait, so wait,
Nigga, you
can I
fucking
speak to
ass.
one person at a time? If you disagree, we can talk after. Look. I know you guys go to no social. Actually, I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, Tom, go ahead.
okay, and then that's what I'm saying.
This
I'm saying
nigga's
it wasn't
fucking
his bad.
retarded. Oh
Obviously,
Yeah,
no.
shut the
it
fuck
wasn't.
up, Plutus. Goddamn, nigga. Commenting in the background like
Yo,
a bitch won't do shit,
chill,
bitch.
chill,
We
chill,
can talk
chill,
after, my
chill,
nigga.
chill.
Calm down. It's okay. You can have your turn. You don't have to
Yeah,
interject during every single second when you disagree with something,
Yo,
retard.
chill.
Go
infinity.
ahead.
Okay, what I was basically saying is, I understand that he thinks that all he would have to do is just winning, right? And he's denying my statement. Obviously, it wasn't just a quick. Oh, this. It wasn't that. It was an
Wait,
elaborated
did you
discussion.
just justify this? Did you justify it was necessary for him to understand every single
Yes.
fundamental
Yes.
specific property?
Yes.
Okay, how'd you justify it by saying the
Okay.
definition correct?
I said that denotation is that you use part of your mind, so you use your knowledge in order to formulate something else, but you use your knowledge in order to do that thing.
Give him the
And then I'm
analogy,
saying,
Tanwin.
okay, wait, and then I give an analogy too. I said an analogy is
You're
let's
not
say
ready for the analogy, by the way.
okay, I can't do this analogy anymore because people are home. So I'm just gonna say like, let's say I'm gonna go out with
Grown man, by
I'm
the way.
imagining going out with an Asian chick, right? And then let's say I want to do Olive Garden with this Asian chick, right? And then in order for me to go to Olive Garden with the Asian chick, I have to first imagine Olive Garden. I've been there. I know how that place looks. I'm imagining this Asian chick that I'm gonna go with. And then with all these things, I'm then forming an imagination of me going to Olive Garden with this Asian chick. Then my whole thing with that is I'm trying to get a piece of information that I'm aware of, and then I'm reaching conclusions with different predicaments, but again, including things that I know of. So then that was evidence part two. Like, well, not evidence, but that's supporting my definition, right?
Bro.
And then I explain the thing from the story, right? Where he does this thing where he just physically gets stronger because he imagines, again, he's fighting against someone he knows their strength, he knows their limits, he knows his limits, and he overcomes that by imagining him just physically getting stronger. So my
Can
whole
I
point
say
is I have multiple pieces of evidence in order to
Oh my
support the
god.
way imagination works. And against
What
him,
your analogy does is it gives a specific scenario in which he understands his limitation and then he grants himself some type of bypass to his limitation. However, what we're talking about currently isn't generalization. So in that situation, he must understand how he's losing the battle and then overcome that loss based upon his understanding. He's modeling what he's imagining based upon his understanding of what the limitation is. However, in a scenario where he can just generalize his imagination to winning overall, there is no reason that you have given so far as to why it has to be a specific property in which he has to understand and then model his imagination off of.
okay,
Now go ahead,
how is he
Careless.
imagining? How is
Wait,
he
hold on.
imagining getting
Wait,
over?
I'll answer that. I'll answer that after. You got to speak. Let Careless speak.
Wait, listen. My whole point is that the idea of overcoming a battle is the essential property, but those other instances you keep bringing up are non-essential properties. What's the context you keep talking about is what's being generalized here when he actually imagines X. That's what I kept saying the
Wait,
whole
I ain't
time.
gonna wait. I'm not listening. Give me 2 seconds. Wait, mentality. Are you stupid? When did I ever say that interjecting was bad? Obviously, I'm hypocritical. What the fuck? I'm not gonna let niggas interject me, but I'm gonna interject all I want. But what you saying, Kelly's got?
Listen.
Crazy
My whole point is that the examples that what's his name, Tanwin kept giving are just non-essential properties. The essential properties is overcoming a challenge. I said this so many times. So what's being generalized here would inclusify those other properties that are included.
So the essential would be hold on. So the essential property of disability would be to imagine overcoming the task, while the accidentals would be what the task is currently.
Please get on my
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
Infinity.
Okay. And also mentality. I muted them because there was 3 people speaking. Maybe you weren't listening because you're a little bit retarded, but I said you can speak one at a time. I'm not going to engage in jumping, idiot. That's why they were muted. And
Yo,
you were
Tanwin,
muted because
can
you
you
also tried to engage in jumping. But
Tanwin,
go
can you
ahead,
ask
Tom.
me
Wait,
a
hold on. I
question?
tried to engage in jumping by like telling me to chill out
No,
because you hit my
I don't
fucking
believe
left
you
ear. That's so
attempted.
retarded. What the
Let me
hell?
clarify. I don't believe you attempted to, but I think you accidentally did because you were speaking while Tom was speaking, which is one and then another person. Do you know how to count?
Repeat that.
Yes, I don't believe you attempted to, as in I don't believe you tried to, but I believe you did because you were speaking while Tom was speaking, which
Wait,
is
hold on. No
one
one was speaking. I
and
was speaking when
two.
you were speaking. I wasn't speaking. Hold on.
No, you
First
were
of all,
speaking
Tom
while
was not
Tom was
talking right
attempting to
because I
speak
told
as
you to
well.
chill, and
No,
that's when I got muted.
I
There's 2
told
different
Tom to give
things.
his explanation, and you started speaking alongside everybody else. Yes,
Huh?
correct. I'm not repeating what I said. What were you saying,
Yo,
Tom? Go ahead.
by the way, Town's AFK. By the way, Infinity. If you
Okay,
didn't
go
see.
ahead, Ghetto Jin. Do you want to go next then?
Yes. Yeah. So like, I'm just like still confused on like him why him he proved like where did he prove that as a general sense like regardless it's going to be showcased in any scenarios that knowledge is being applicable here. Correct.
Because they're
There
not
you go.
fundamentally different.
Wait. Chill.
What?
So the concept of winning itself is not fundamentally different. It has the same essential property. It's defeating your
Wait, it
character.
is
But how
fundamentally
he
different.
wins, hold on. But how he wins is the fundamental distinction. If he
Wait,
beats
exactly.
Kaido
Wait,
by
exactly.
oh my god, bro. You see this mentality?
Well,
Go ahead,
I'm
Ghetto
just,
Jin. Go ahead.
I'm
No.
just
Go ahead. You got something so important to say. Go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead.
yeah. Like, so if like the distinction here is going to be how he wins, if he's just saying, "Oh, I win," but like we're not
No,
getting
he
winning.
wins via the same way. He wins via
Oh,
imagining
so he's
himself
punching
winning.
him,
That's
right?
still
So
the
punching
same
him,
way.
right?
But hold on.
Wait, so he's
Listen.
punching him, correct? Wait, so punching him, right? So punching
Oh
him, right?
my
You have to hit
god,
Gojo,
bro.
correct? You
This
have to hit
nigga's
Gojo,
talking
correct?
about.
No, I'm asking you a question. It's Gojo, right?
You sound stupid.
Okay, look, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Listen. You're not about to keep cutting me off. This the last time I'm letting that happen. But what was your question, retard?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's a question, retard. You cut me off to ask it, dumbass. That's the point.
Yeah, you can just answer like what the.
Yeah, I know I can answer it, but you can wait until after I'm done speaking to ask the question, dumbass.
Nah.
Do you interject your mother to ask a question? No, you don't.
Yeah, I do actually. I talk back to my
No,
mom.
no, you don't. You're only saying that so you can give some type of points, my nigga. Shut the fuck up. So ask the question again, then I'll answer it. Since you wanna hear the answer so bad, right? Go ahead, ask the question, dumbass.
Yeah. So like, this includes hitting Gojo, correct?
No, it doesn't have to include hitting Gojo. If he imagines that he wins, listen, don't cut me off because I already know you want to mic up and say, oh, look, if he imagines that he wins, anyways, and this is where you're going to get muted. If he imagines that he's winning, it can either be the case that just Gojo gets erased, or Gojo disappears out of fiction, or Gojo just randomly gets a heart attack. None of that includes directly affecting Gojo physically, but the conclusion, which is that he wins, is still reached, my nigga. So when you're talking about a presupposition in which he has to have interactive power with infinity, all that is a presupposition. Stop being fucking retarded. The generalization of winning is to defeat that, and that's where you're getting muted. The generalization, anyways, the essential property of winning is to defeat the character's opponents. And accidental would be how they won, dumbass. You don't know shit. Stop miking up like you know shit. Careless one low div. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Plutus, it is now your turn. Go ahead, bitch.
Okay, so is the judge here?
Wait, I wasn't even fucking done. Like, that's what we're
gonna have. Yeah, you don't have to be done, but I'm not about to allow you to say retarded shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, nigga.
No, wait.
Judge, are you here? Hey, Jin, Judge, are you here? Okay. Has your judgment changed?
I mean, from the argument Care is giving, it seems like he's arguing that Luffy doesn't necessarily need to understand how.
Actually, yeah, why am I speaking to them? Yeah, Ketis, I don't mean to cut you off, but can I speak to you after this?
Yeah, I think Care won.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Someone who isn't retarded. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, cool. Anyway.
So just for the VC, let me explain real quick. A generalization will be winning because there's only one definition.
Nigga, I don't care. So anyway, Kidda.
Yeah.
Why do you think you won? I don't
know why this nigga keeps on perm abusing. I'm just about to time him out. What the fuck?
Yo, take that nigga's perms, bro. You're higher rolling him.
I don't know how to take perms because I don't have two of face, so I'm just gonna kick him. Like, I don't know where this nigga want to be weird.
So, Kidda, why do you think you won? Can you
explain? British ass bitch.
Well, I mean, he said, what's it called? Luffy doesn't.
He's not in the server anymore. You don't need to explain to him, but I'm gonna clarify. I'm gonna clarify to everybody why Careless easily won. So there's only one essential property of winning, which is defeating the opponent, obviously. So if you imagine winning, then obviously you're going to, if the ability is to imagine something and then it being actualized, all you have to do is imagine winning, and then the win is going to be actualized. Now, how you win is not the topic of conversation. They keep on trying to presuppose that you have to have direct interactive power with infinity, but that's not true. You're not physically interacting with infinity if Gojo out of nowhere has a heart attack. You're not physically interacting with infinity if Gojo out of nowhere loses the ability infinity. But guess what? All that will lead into Gojo's death or Gojo's loss. So he doesn't have any ability that can specifically interact with infinity physically, but he still is winning due to imagining the concept of winning itself. This is very simple. Maybe everybody else in VC can understand because Plutus is British ass and Ghettojin's retarded ass 32-year-old ass cannot understand basic shit.
Hey, that convinced me, bro. Careless one, like, no div. That shit was bad. Like, that shit was fucking embarrassing.
That makes sense, right?
Like, he's beating up these bottom niggas, bro. Like,
they trying to jump me.
And yes, go this my mic has stereo.
Damn, Conway and Ghetto Jen ass.
Bro.
That was Careless.